Severing Wind!
You think that shield will save you?
Oh my lord!
Now!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Shield and ring!
Its armor's too strong.
It'll split it open! Be my guest!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Eagle! Raging Cascade! Freeze Lancer!
You're finished!
Dance in the wind! Glacial Spear! Pierce Eagle!
Here I come!
Freeze
It's
Lancer!
over!
The enemy wields our fleet.
Yes, we'll see about that!
Take this!
Piercing Ring!
I'm not done! Severing Wind!
Never going in! Raging Cascade! Tiger Blade!
Wind!
I feel sprightlier than before.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come!
This one's
Stop
mine!
now!
Not in your dream! There! Go! I'm only getting started!
You're mine!
Raging Explosion! Tiger Blade! Dance in the wind!
Severing Wind!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Going in field!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me! By the power of water!
You're mine! You're finished! Take this! Wind!
Let me help! In here!
On your
Lord
knees!
with the stockpile!
Slap the shot!
Flame! Reload! Thunder Field! I'm all stopped up! Field!
Destruction! On your knees!
Flame of
Here I
Fury!
go!
Burning Strike!
It's over!
Glacial Spear!
I'll smash you! My deal?
Now!
Azure Stiff!
Here's a Piercing Roll!
Here I come!
Thanks! Primed and ready!
On your knees!
You're mine! Liquid Nova!
It's over!
Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Whale!
It's over! Azure Storm!
Will this help?
You're mine!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
You're finished!
Shut him down.
Here I come!
Thank you.
It's over!
Now!
Azure Storm!
Ready and
What did you do? Take this!
Tiger Blade!
Take
Wait
it!
now!
You're finished!
I'll be saving this one!
Azure Storm!
Down in the wind! Far enough!
Rising Falcon!
This one's mine!
Jasmine Spin! You're mine! Burn in hell!
Mega Ray!
I'll smash you!
Annihilation!
Now! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Where the chest like an ounce.
Go no further!
Take this! It's over! It's over!
More with that reload! I know! Almost done! heal you forever. Magic.
We're not finished! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Nice. We cracked the codes, boys. Actual defense. That's it. It's better than what he's got, so makes sense. Those two are the kind of the main focus for this round.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Well, she says one for a while, so here we are.
This won't be easy.
Raging.
Don't be such a pessimist.
They really don't give up. Hear me.
Where are you going?
You're mine! It's over!
Downfall.
Can't get out of there!
Rachel Spear. Here's evil.
Okay.
This one's mine. Freeze blade. Lightning orb. Raging cascade.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Vanquish darkness.
Look sharp! I'm not done! Take this!
I can do this all day.
I'll smash you! Here I come! Here's the naked blade! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You're next.
Little help.
Engaging!
Lost in pain.
Fire in the hole!
In a bind?
Will this help?
You're mine! It's over! You're mine! Fire support!
Thank you.
One's all mine! Rise up!
By the power of
Take this! It's over! Mission! You're mine!
Time to
It's
strike
over.
the spear.
Here's the evil.
Thunderblade! I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malika!
Take this!
Going in.
You're my... It's over!
Burning strike.
Don't get careless.
What's this thing?
Alright. absolutely nothing about. Just say it's really legendary medicine that restores all allies as well as either KO and physical ailments. Ow. Okay. Ailments are the stuff.
Gotta break through! Got you now! You're mine! It's over!
Here's there to be seen! It can hide itself? Amazing!
Azure Storm!
Falling storm!
You're mine! It's over! Destruction!
Here's a healing arc!
Destruction!
Freeze blade!
Azure Storm!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
I owe you one.
Wind!
Dance in the wind! Air Scion Impact!
Orochi
Healing
Fury!
wall!
Come quietly!
Lightning healing circle!
You're mine! It's over!
Thank you.
You're mine! It's over!
Healing circle!
Here I come! Orochi Fury!
Switch top! Burning
Orochi
strike!
Fury!
Raging! I'll heal you all! Leg! Healing circle! Hey, that... Scion instant!
Rising Phoenix!
Tiger blade!
Take it! Try harder! Not a chance!
Flawless flight! I'll show you just how strong my arms really are!
I owe you one.
Raging
Interrupted.
Burn it down!
This one's here. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Will this help? Lightning Orb!
It's over!
Lightning Thank you. Thank you.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Try this! Explosive ring!
Here goes. Here's evil.
I'm hurt bad.
Don't do that!
Lightning Orb!
I'm ready to go.
Dance in the wind! Air
Here I come!
Dance in the
Severing
wind!
wind!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
You're mine! It's over!
None shall escape my
Azure
gun!
Storm!
Lightning condemned!
Take this.
Quietly!
Nothing gets by me.
Mega Ray!
It's on!
Tiger Blade!
Try this!
Explosive
Explosive ring!
This is looking good.
Grinwell!
It's nothing. I'm alright.
I owe you one.
Time to do it!
Small!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Excited. Into the
On your
wind!
knees! You're finished!
I'm all stopped up. Mega Ray!
Going in!
Take this! Azure Storm! On your knees! Try this! Infernal Torrent! I'm not done!
Tiger
Take
Blade!
this!
Lightning!
Severing Wind!
Falling Supernova! Raging Cascade! Sleep now!
Azure Storm! What did you do?
Tiger Blade!
Mega
You're
Ray!
mine! It's over! Take this!
Dazzling
You're
Spin!
finished! Talk back!
Make it work!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here. Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Okay, so that's the rear window that is all on the ship. Nice. That's pretty. I like that. A little overkill, but I like it.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here. What's this thing?
focus!
Be my guest!
You're mine!
Lancer!
Rising Falcon! Swallow Blade!
We're
not finished!
This one's mine!
Mission!
Glacial Spear! Here's
See what I
evil!
can do! Like deal?
Freeze Lancer! Do it!
Move up!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Arch Field! Diane!
Seems about right to me.
Out of my way! You got spirit!
Raging Cascade!
I'm not done! Rising Falcon!
I'll heal you
Not
all!
today.
My Astral Energy! Healing Circle!
Here I come!
Hey, that
Rising You're mine! It's over! I'll smash you! My shield!
Never miss!
Here I come!
Do it!
This one's mine. Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Gotta break through! You're mine! Try hard, my turn! Here I come!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
Tiger Blade! Aim for the weak point!
Take
this!
Azure Storm!
I'll be saving this one!
Azure Storm! Here I come! It's over!
Razor Red! I'm all stuffed up! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Azure Storm!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
Piercing roar! This one's all mine! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Tiger Blade!
Azure Storm!
Crescent Moon!
Azure Storm!
Thunderblade! Freeze Lancer!
Here's a healing art!
On guard!
I owe you one! Try harder! Not a chance!
Raging Sword!
Judgment Spin!
It's over!
Close Flight!
Tiger Blade!
Lightning
Power!
condemned! Thunderblade!
Here I go! You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Only getting started!
This
Air thrust! My
Azure
Raging
Storm!
Cascade!
You're mine!
It's over!
Appreciate shield and ring!
It's over!
Tempest Swirl!
Azure Storm!
Tunnel!
Azure Storm!
Meteor!
Piercing
Try
harder!
harder!
Not a chance!
Here's a healing art!
It's too much!
First aid!
I have no limits! Azure Storm!
It's weakened!
Azure Storm! This ends now! Azure Storm!
Going in! Raging Cascade! Here's a healing art! I'll be saving!
I owe you one!
In here! Lunar Blast! More for the stockpile! Here's a healing art! First aid! Where that came from?
Here I come!
This one's
Air
mine!
You're finished!
This one's mine! Photon Flutter!
Shivering Wind! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Dahnan mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be quick.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Dahnan Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in the ends. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Mesmold!
Well, I see the weak point.
Enjoy your meal!
I got a feeling she would be easy to kill. Although,
Such sad
Not so
eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Going after
Right.
Poison meteor! Searing flame! Reload! Falling to Mega Ray! Tunnel! Annihilation! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Shield.
Better! Right! I'm only getting started! Annihilation! Mega Ray! I'm all sucked up! Primed and ready!
Shield and
Dance in the way!
Right.
Wall! Sleep now! More for the style! Falling storm! Thank you! Piercing roar! I'm only getting started! Air thrust! Perfect zone! Tiger blade! By the power of the raging storm! More where that comes from! Stay away! Into the shadows!
Azure Storm!
Dear Lord! Raging the healing
This is looking good. Rising
Wait!
piercing roar!
Raging flame!
It's over! Severing Blade!
I got carved through one! More for the stockpile! Healing circle! More with that shit from! Diane! I'm all sucked up! Annihilation! Legendary! Going sealed! Severing Blade! This one's mine! Tempest Wall! More with that shit! Be gone! Tiger Blade! Lion Breath! Tempest Wall!
Try this! Eternal Torrent!
Light Astrolite! Going
Win! Mirage! Eat dirt!
Round and pound!
Take this! Strike!
Raging storm! Take this! I never miss!
Take this!
Only rely on my
Try
and run.
Severing Blade!
Over!
Not done yet!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
That should do it! Try harder! No escape! Severing Blade! Stardust! It's over!
Know your place.
Mirage!
Thank you.
Glacial Spear, pierce evil! Raging Heart! This one is mine! Come on!
This is why he's not gonna look like Bob.
One here, swing! Searing flame!
This should do it!
By the power of water!
Here I come!
Going in! This one's mine! Not in your dreams!
Stay
away! I'll be saving this one! Vanquish Dark Healing Circle!
I owe you one for that.
Win! Burn!
Lightning
Take
already!
it!
Far enough!
Now you see what I can do!
Dance in the wind!
Foolishness.
One more quick! Healing Circle!
Thanks!
Mega Ray! I'm gone!
I owe you one!
I'm gone! Just try!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Raging Cascade! Freeze Lancer! Storm! Here I go! It's hard to go! Into the shadow! Ground and down!
For me.
Firmament by the power of water! Here, let me help! Where are you going? Down! All mine! First aid!
I owe you one!
Their arts were interrupted.
You pick it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! It's over! Severing Wind!
Nothing gets by me.
They're attacking separately! I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her. And take out the monster first.
Not in your dreams!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
Let's have some whirling.
Try harder! Now! Take it! Now you see what I can do! Try harder, Master! Take it! I owe you one!
You will suffer. My true power.
That was bad.
Wits about you people.
This one's mine. Raging Storm! More
Take it!
Searing Flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo.
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before you can get clarity!
Annihilation!
Chaotic disaster!
I was overconfident.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
I let my guard down.
Just try and run!
Boy. This kid is why we continually run.
Ready to go!
This one's on! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Here's a healing art! let me help. Lightning supernova! Photon! Lightning
That's better.
crush them! Vanquish darkness! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of fury!
No.
Burning
Can't get... Here!
Here's evil! Freeze them! Lightning condemned!
Right.
Thunderbolt! I'll bring you back from death to life! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Arrow squall! Resuscitation!
Come now. I have to train harder.
Searing flame!
Not again!
Reload!
Strike!
Going in! Lightning in the shadows! This can't be happening!
You'll pay for that!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Tiger blade!
Destruction!
Here it goes!
I let my guard down.
I'm not done! You're finished!
I can't lose! A whirling I was overconfident. In here! Train hard! Across them! Photon blast!
Take this.
Crush!
Piercing roar.
Photon blazing cascade!
Dazzling spin.
Time
to shine.
Raging
You're
storm!
mine! Here I come! You're mine!
I can't feel anything. Ready to go!
Now.
Watch and wait! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
There!
I'll bring you back.
Escape!
How's this?
Still got some fight left in me.
I owe you one.
Turn to dust.
May 1,000 healing carry you to shreds! Falling
Take
storm!
this!
Crush them!
You're fit! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Flame! Reload!
I have no limits!
Going in! Here, let me help! Take this!
Shockwave strike!
Spider field! Not until
Destruction!
Let go! Tiger blade!
Destruction!
Dance in the wind! Here, let me help! Sweep
Burn
down!
up!
Hey, more for the stockpile! Take it! You're mine! By the power of God! Here, let me help! First aid!
This one's mine.
I'll bring you back from death to this! Where are you going?
Falling storm.
I'll bring you back from
Tiger blade.
Resuscitation!
You will
I will
suffer.
give you one!
Take this! I'm not done! Severing wings!
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't!
No escape!
I'm also a rat in your dreams! Mega Ray!
Falling storm.
Tridwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
This one's all mine! Azure Storm!
This one's mine.
Crush! I can carve through armor! Destruction! No escape! Destruction! Crush!
You will suffer.
Here's evil!
Tiger blade. Piercing roar!
And again! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Annihilation! I'll be
You're
saving
finished!
this Mega Ray!
Here I come!
Thunder Field!
You're finished!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity!
Anything in armor is all
Chaotic
mine.
disaster! Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear! Crazy
Armor won't save you!
Can't
Get out of bed!
You will suffer!
I never miss!
Have some fun.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Resuscitation!
Win!
Behold my
Here's a
true
healing
power!
art sealed! First aid!
Appreciate the
You're
help!
mine!
Flaming Get in the wind! I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Couldn't touch her the entire freaking fight.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Dahnan, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Dahnan or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Damn.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganath Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What? Sion!
Alphen!
Sion!
Alphen!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign.
Damn. So, Alphen can feel pain again. That's neat. Test subject 1273. The spirit channeling ceremony will begin shortly. Until then, you are to calm your mind and wait further instructions. Woohoo!
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
It's complete. Standing by. This is Renan garb. Is he actually a Renan? Would explain a lot, and why, you know, some people wouldn't even touch him. So he's the success story to something. Or should I say sovereign? Huh. Creating you as a lone success. We can't lose injury at this stage. Who got it in their head to start calling you sovereign? You're nothing more but a test subject. Dude, for the task in hand, your thoughts and feelings are no concern. So who did start calling him sovereign? The man will maintain control over things. On the ceremony in progress. I have to do a good job. Okay. Jobs of good. Got it. So beginning to sweat bullets. If you worked out, who knows what we've done. The first time we managed to assemble the sovereign and a maiden ready for the ceremony. And after all, seeing you makes the fears to rest. Okay. So in other words, what I'm understanding is that a lot of people have some money riding on this shit. just like us. Maybe, but inside. Civilized like the rest of them. I got out in my worry. Yep, no touching the test subject, right? Damn.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Who the heck are you? Wait a minute. That wouldn't happen to be... Xion, would it? It's not your phone. Huh.
I just wanted to go back. To Dena. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Xion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? need to find them. Better start looking.
What? Huh. Out of all the chaos, still managed to pick up the Master Core. You know, somehow. You know, it's not like a boat sunk or anything. Some of the BS. And I lost one of my party members also. Back down to literally just me. It's frustrating.
Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Ha 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 ha!
Take this, son! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're finished! Take this! It's over! Take this! Take this! You're finished! Azure Storm! Shockwave Flash! Severing Wing! Mirage! Here I come! It's over! Here I come! Here I come! Here I come! Mirage! You're mine! You're finished! Mirage! It's on! Stardust! You're mine! It's over! Mirage! Take this!
Huh. Crap.
There!
Azure Storm! Slash! Swallow Blade! Plasma Shock! Luna Rongo! Plasma Shock! You're mine! Destruction! Plasma Shock! Plasma Shock! Take this! Shockwave Slash! Here I come! Severing Wind! Mirage! It's over! No escape! Plasma Shock! Not a chance! Try harder! Now! I'm not done! Wind! Mirage! Destruction!
There we are. Only had to beat it to death. Holy crap.
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I at least have to. For that one.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
Lemons.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Dahnans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Dahnan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
Cutscene?
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
Cool.
Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
And disbanded Duyotic.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
I'm assuming this is an inn or something.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen. I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Yeah, I still really like him.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside? That's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah. I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
We can still hunt down all.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the crack show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
It's amazing how well he holds on to his equipment.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Conflict Fighter Extraordinaire. That is a great title. I have no fire sports. Yeah.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Confiscated!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. It's over.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
An astral arch?
That's like you!
Its armor's too... Shut him down!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and pummeling to me.
In here, Tiger Blade!
I'll tear you apart.
Raging Storm!
Here I come! It's over!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact rock!
I'm just getting here!
I'm not done!
Far enough!
I'm on it.
Divine Strength!
No further.
Tiger, make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
That's much
Air
better.
thrust!
Falling storm!
You're finished!
Lightning to Tiger Blade! Thunder Blade!
Here I come!
Any armor is mine. Now I'm in the groove.
Dazzling
Eagle Dawn.
I'm not done!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
explosion.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Nice. Alright. I'll start on this one. Alright, that's the one I was going to work on next.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, Can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not! Shion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
They have a nice dynamic too. Oh, awesome. I can't travel anywhere. But I do believe I should call it here. So that being said,